Hello everyone, so Demon Slayer. Now I just want to quickly clarify that I have watched everything of the Demon Slayer anime and I've also read all 23 volumes of the Demon Slayer manga. So there will be some manga spoilers in this video. If you don't want me to spoil anything for you that's yet to be animated, so I suggest you stop watching the video because I don't want to be that guy that spoils something for you. Now, with that little thing out of the way, let's dive into it. So in terms of Demon Slayer's story, I would say to everything the anime has covered to what it will cover with the movie and season 3 that's coming out this year, which is covering the Swordsmith Village arc, is amazing, and I really enjoyed watching it being animated and stuff. However, everything that comes after the Swordsmith Village arc I'd say is mid at best. Let me explain. So after the Swordsmith Village arc, we have the Hashira training arc, which, to be perfectly honest, isn't really that great. I mean, the only thing we really learn about is the backstories of the water and stone Hashira. That pretty much is the only thing that really interesting happens. But I would say you can take it or leave it in terms of like enjoyment. Then we get to the final battle arc. Now this is split into two different arcs in terms of like how it goes down, but I'm just going to refer to it as the final battle arc. Now, first of all, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be honest. All the fights that happen in the final battle arc, I am so looking forward to when they get animated because I got a feeling they're going to be amazing. However, I feel as though we could have done with a couple of arcs before them, like before the final battle, so that it could build on the fights and make them more hype and possibly get some character development for some of the characters. I'll touch a little bit more about that when I start talking about the characters. Now, I will admit this, I dislike the ending, which happens in volume 23, very much the epilogue. Now, here's the reason why. In the ending, we get to see pretty much all the characters' descendants and how they're living their lives, and they pretty much look like, you know, the characters we walked through. Now, I dislike that because, first of all, as like the reader / watcher, I don't care about their descendants. I care about the people I've read about for 23 volumes or like 2, 3, 4 seasons of movies. I want to know what they did after everything went down. I don't want to know what their descendants did. So that's why I dislike it. I know some people may agree or disagree on it, but hey, I've said my piece. Like, you can say whatever you want about that, but that's how I feel. Now, in terms of Demon Slayer characters, there's only one character I dislike, and that's Muzan. Like, I think his power is interesting, but in terms of villain, I'd say he's mid. If I was going to put him in a tier list, I'd probably put him in like a B tier. So that's the only character I dislike. Everyone else, including the demons, I thought was really great and interesting. Now, I'm going to say this, and if you agree with me, you agree with me, you don't, you don't. I feel like Demon Slayer characters are great, but some of them, or most of them, do feel a little bit like wasted, like they had such great potential and it just got wasted. And I'll give you a good example, and that's the character Kanao. Now, we do get introduced to Kanao, like, you know, we learn how she got adopted by Shinobu and her elder sister, and obviously the final battle arc in terms of her battle, she really came into her own. But I feel like we could have done with an arc before that to give her like a really good like character development so that she would be really good. Because from what we learned, she's a very shy character and flips a coin until Tanjiro makes her decide. And the only really like character development we learn is when she stops Tengen taking the girls. That's basically it. So I feel like we could have done with that to give her more character development, and I feel like that the fight in the final battle she did would have been more epic because we've seen her grow and develop. And it's not just her. I feel like there are many other characters that were like wasted in terms of potential. For example, Zenitsu, Inosuke. Like, I'm not saying that they're bad characters. I just feel like we could have done with an arc before the final battle to really improve them a little bit more. Now, sorry for bringing this up. Rengoku felt like he was both greatly used and wasted. Like, for example, his little arc, and obviously, sadly, his death, made an impact on Tanjiro and the group to show him that even though great Hashira can lose to, upper rank demons. But I feel like we should have had a little bit more of him to, improve Tanjiro maybe a little bit and stuff like that. So that said, and I was obviously grateful to the author who created that little side manga of like the stories of the water and also Rangoku Hashira's. So there's that. And that's pretty much how I feel about Demon Slayer characters. Like I said, I don't know how to say anymore because like I said, they just feel so badly wasted that it does hurt. But like I said, I'm not gonna flip and have a go at like the author and all that. That's the decision they made. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. Now, if someone was to ask me what do I prefer, the anime or manga of Demon Slayer, I would say I don't really mind any of them. Like, for example, I have heard that people think the anime of Demon Slayer is slow, and I do see that, but in the manga it was really slow, but that's only a really technical thing. But aside from that, I think you can enjoy either the anime or the manga. So to answer the question, is Demon Slayer mid-slayer? Now, in terms of the ending, yes, everything before it is amazing and incredible. The characters do feel a bit wasted, but they are, really good characters. And I've really enjoyed reading and watching it at the same time. And will I be watching, future movies, future series for it to cover the rest of the manga? Yes, because I do enjoy this series, even though it doesn't sound like I did, but I really did. And that's the video. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you watch the next one, okay? See ya!